Hi everybody, it's me, the Garlaxin. I'm also known as Chino and Artie. This is Happy Halloween. I just finished, hanging out with my cousins, and we had a good time, and it was crazy. Okay, we this guy chased me down with a chainsaw, but it didn't have a chain, but I thought it did because it really was spinning. I mean, let me see if I can play that clip. I actually recorded it on. Let me see.
Oh my god! Hello!
It's too dark.
Hey, this guy got a chainsaw! Oh shoot, he had a chainsaw! He got a chainsaw! He got a chainsaw! Oh shit!
Halloween night was fun. It was great. We were cruising all night.
You girls are wimps! But you kept a good straight face. The only boy? I was right behind him watching out for Jermaine.
Wait, the only boy came out like that?
Hey. Oh shoot! Well done right. I'm also known as Chino and Artie, and I'm in a group with my cousin along with my uncle, so yeah.
Yeah, and then I think I have more videos like, will it load it? I think this is when I have yeah, this is when Kiara and Kyla was, they were just having a good time.
Yeah, this is Kia right here as a minion.
Today we're at this haunted house where crazy people coming around doing voiceover and stuff.
Freaking Kia. She's a little adorable girl. She's a fellow cousin of mine, and along with we came. I mean, look, I'm the only. Me and Jermaine are the only guy, and then well, we're there taking care of our family. So yeah, and then yeah, those are my cousins. And it's great, and we went to a haunted house, and then we went trick or treating. Then we went to another haunted house. And then my fellow cousins, they decided to go, like, say, hey, can you cruise us around? I'm like, all right, sure. We started cruising. And then they're bumping the music, and then they're doing their Instagram video because they have a local Instagram thing going on here in Moreno Valley. They're known and popular. So I still have the makeup on. I can't get it out because there's a freaking tattoo stick on, but I'm going to be taking it off soon. Now, back to my topic. This is, well, I say Happy Halloween to my fellow viewers. If you want to see the rest of the video, I actually, I know it's really hard to see the video. I mean, my costume had like these glow lights that people could not believe that my eyes were glowing. That's my eyes right there, see? Yeah. So anyway, my influence on my costume was being Robo Artie, inspiration from Terminator Genocide, ROBOCOP, and Elysium. I was more of a cyberpunk dressed, and my shoes was lighting up, my eyes was light up, my wristbands light up. I was dressed like this, and there's my scars that I got for my and then all the lights I did. I was just doing a posture pose, But yeah, that's what I did for my Halloween night. It was fun, But now back to my topic of what this video is. I'm going to be doing the review of ROBOCOP 2014 remake. Now, before I go for this, I got to tell you something. There was a movie, 4-part full-length movie called ROBOCOP Prime Directives. Let me get the VHS copy I have. Let me see. Ooh. Where you at? Where did I put it? Oh, yeah. I have the complete VHS and the DVDs of this release. It's called ROBOCOP Prime Directives. One is called Dark Justice, and then there's one called Resurrection. There was another one. There's so many different kinds. There was 4 of them, and then I can't find. I mean, I have it all right here, piled in my ROBOCOP piles. Where are you at? Oh, well, I'll speak about that right now. I'll just say that the Prime Directives Canadian film by Julian Grant. That guy is a genius. I heard of Julian. I actually spoke to him a little bit through emailing. I mean, written to him an email. That's it. Julian Grant is really known for low budget, last minute call guy. He's a Canadian director, and Fireworks had the rights to ROBOCOP, and they have to use that rights before it expires and it goes back to MGM. So anyway, that my review on take on the whole series. Yeah, this is it right here. Resurrection, Crash and Burn, and Meltdown. Actually, I like Meltdown more, and it takes place on right after the first film, 10 years later. And also, I gotta tell you, it's like it takes place right after the series because they were showing clips from the series, RoboCop the series with Richard Eden, but he's already aged RoboCop, and this time he battles against RoboCable, and it's actually still good, you know. Well, something's happening on my phone, but anyway, I just gotta say that the Prime Directives were a great series. When they released it in America, it didn't even have any, you know, promotion. Lack of promotion. All they had was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and then it became forgotten. And you can only find it on the internet of these copies, and also in your local video store that exists during that time, like Hollywood Videos. Not even Blockbuster during that time carried it. Only Hollywood Videos or Mama Papa Place and Fry's Electronics. But I gotta say, for its budget and Paige Fletcher as RoboCop, wow, he did a great job. And then it was more darker. It was original. And if it was a higher budget and with the same director, and you know, if Paige Fletcher actually mimics the exact movement of Moni Hakim, this would have been more better. But I still enjoyed it, yes. And out of that, the Prime Directives, I give that film, I mean the 4, you know, part series, I give that a freaking 9 out of 10. It contained a little bit of nudity and a little bit of gore, just a little bit, but yet it was a more darker series. And yeah, that's all I can say. But yet, now I'm going to be doing the review of these. This is RoboCop 2014, starring Joel Kinnaman with Samuel L. Jackson, Gary Oldman, Abby Cornish, you know, and I gotta say, directed by Jose Padilla, who's known for the Elite Squad in Brazil. And I gotta say, you know, it was a disaster when they were filming this film. They actually, I mean, Jose Padilla was saying this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna be doing a movie like this, because out of 100% of his work that he has already designed for this, it went straight, you know, to the trash. He only gets 5% of his creativity, and the rest is just that studio was pushing him to it. And remember, MGM does own the right to RoboCop, but now Sony does. Yes, Sony owned RoboCop. And it also has Michael Keaton. And there was a lot of things they didn't do right in this film. As much as I love RoboCop, I was really praising for this. I mean, it was a box office success because of the legendary of the original RoboCop. And I agree everything what Peter Weller had mentioned. Even Ronnie Cox explained about why remaking this film. There was no reason to. I mean, when you watch the first film, it was already, you know, it's still aged well. It's still viewable like it's still today. And if they can 4K remaster it with more definition like they did the Terminator 2 3D re-release. And I gotta say, it was... This is even lower than RoboCop 3. I give this a freaking 4 out of 10. I mean, Joel Kinnaman, he didn't... I mean, they took a lot of things out. There was also reshoots, and you can see from the trailer, and there's also some B-rolls all over in YouTube that they had deleted. And I don't know what's going on, you know, like, they were really hiding as much as they can. But yet I bought, and then you know what happened? Now it's already 2016, and you go by your nearby Dollar Tree, you'll find this movie in that bin. No joke. I came across these. Look at this. Look, I got so many copies. I bought the whole box because I'm just a RoboCop fan. So, if you add me on Facebook, if you're a new user, and my current friends, you know, I'll send you a copy. Just pay for the shipping, okay? I bought it for $1. So, I mean, also they were actually, I gotta explain about the action figures. Here are the action figures. I mean, like, Jada Toys published action figures. I mean, you're just gonna release RoboCop. Nothing more. You're gonna only release, there's no bad guys, no nothing. It's just like how Toy Island represented it. I mean, Jada Toys was known for making, you know, import street cars and stuff like that. But they decided to make a RoboCop in a motorcycle, remote control, and then button pressing, so the light comes on. I got a box full of them in my storage, but and then there's also a Unity game engine that's available online on a certain version of the website, because there's like 3 websites. One's the international site, one is their viral website, the Omnicorps, then they got the RoboCop Sony website, and you're able to play a Unity game on the international website, not for the US release. Luckily, I was able to save that copy of that SWF file. And you can play the iOS game, which is available for download, the iOS game. And I gotta say, the iOS game was BS. The digital comic book, BS. I mean, the iOS game, okay? Why would RoboCop duck? They did so much wrong to this film, okay? The original film, he was made out of titanium, laminated with Kevlar. But this film made him made out of Kevlar, biweave, or he has a composite graphite as being in the black suit. We don't know if he's more heavier when he was, I think supposedly, because they didn't explain what he's really made from. And Abby Cornish was highly promoting this film more than the director and more than even Joel Kinnaman. And he was still with Olivia Munn, and they were a couple. And then I gotta tell you, I mean, Abby Cornish did a lot. She showed some thick skin on some magazine, you know, doing bikini shots, and then she was also doing, like, explaining what the director said to her, like, hey, we're not just gonna make a film, we're going to make a classic. But it didn't really live up. My rating on this is so low because, I mean, it's great. I mean, if you're a child, like around age 5 and up, you will enjoy this film, but it's not memorable like the first film. Basil Vazouris's music is only heard like 3 tracks of the film, and then the rest of the film was just nothing but consistent, repetitive, and recycled, you know, music, and there was not really much. And when I watch the action sequence, it's like watching a video game that's pre-rendered, and you just wish you had a control to control it. And the warehouse scene, why would you want to watch a movie when it's all in red like that? I mean, it did reminisce to me watching The Punisher when the whole scene was red. But red night vision? I mean, wow. Because they really had to take out the blood, and you will not even see too much blood. You only see a little, like, blood like this on Joel Kinnaman's face. There was not really a Clarence Boddicker. There's not really a bad guy in this film, except Michael Keaton became a bad guy right afterwards. I don't know. It's not really much. The main bad guys there, I noticed, was just 2 corrupted cops along with the dean. And I gotta mention, his death scene was not memorable. What made RoboCop was that death scene, is how he was executed, basically tortured while he was still wearing his armor. He lost his hand, arm. Okay, fun's over, and shoot him in the head. I recommend the R version. Yeah, there's more gore on the unrated, but it didn't look as realistic. When it was teased well, they didn't have to show that prosthetic face. It looked boom. But this was just a CGI mess. RoboCop looked like it was so rushed. And then the chin guard is stuck there. Not like in the previous film, you don't know if it's able to take it out or not. I mean, and then the helmet, where does it recline? It's non-existent, you know? It's really bad. There was no reason to make this film. Now, they had to push this movie a little more further on its original release date. They actually had to release it more later because they released Elysium. Now, if you look at the character Maddox, I forgot the guy's name who played him. He played as Freddy Krueger as well as Rorschach in Watchmen. He was wearing the same exoskeleton. And basically, RoboCop here is not really a pure cyborg. He's just a human augmented man with an exoskeleton. All he has is his lungs, his upper body here that's preserved, and he's able to be fed. And Samuel Jackson's performance is actually the most highlight in this film, along with Gary Oldman. Michael Keaton's character was kind of mute down, but his performance was great. But Joel Kinnaman's acting in this was very, very low. It's not like how he was in The Killing. And you'll notice they took out the robotic voice. You know, he just sounds human. He still has his memory. And the only thing that kind of pushes in, I noticed what Joel Kinnaman was, Jose Padilla, the director, was doing was they're taking his humanity away just to make him move zombie, meaning so he's kind of like, before that movie Venom came out, basically you just enjoy the ride. What he was already pre-programmed, like the EM-208 robots. And it had Ed 209 here. Ed 209 in the first film, the original trilogy, even in the cartoon series, everything, Ed 209 is always a comedy relief. But in this film, he's not a comedy relief at all. He's actually more the serious. What the heck is going on? And then the action figures later on became a 99 cents exclusive. You go to the dollar store, that 99 cent store, they have it for marked as $1.99. And that's how I got a bunch of these. And the reason why I keep them, because I like RoboCop, but I just like I do like respect the design, but the visor was just nothing but red lit, and I don't know. They said they're gonna have a sequel, but nope, they're not. I don't know what's gonna go with this series, this film, but it is a box office success. But it didn't go any further. So far, director of Elysium is interested in doing the remake, because Edward Neumeier is actually coming out with a new script. His name is Neil Blomkamp, who directed Elysium or District 9. Most of his films were, they look more identical, so I think he would do a great job. He was supposed to do the remake to Aliens. I think that thing is gone, you know? And there was a lot of issues about Darren Aronofsky, who was actually supposed to be the original director for the remake. But I think I see why he stepped away and just continued on with the Black Swan film with Natalie Portman. And they actually, if you know the casting, they were going A-list, okay? And they were even thinking about Keanu Reeves and this, and even Tom Cruise. No, not Tom Cruise. It's too short. I gotta say, the best guy to play RoboCop to me back then, and another user, I forgot his name. He emailed me pictures of an actor named Christian Bale, and he actually he's actually perfect as RoboCop. That's what I assume. But he took the Dark Knight series, the Christopher Nolan film. When I think about Christian Bale, I always think about the child in the Empire of the Sun. Yeah, that was like his first film, and he was only a kid, and I really loved that film. But this film, when it came out on Blu-ray, the first thing is I got the Blu-ray with the DVD there. There's even a steel cover version of this. And I gotta say, this film is not good for RoboCop fans. If you're a moviegoer, it's just a good to watch, a popcorn night, but it's not really repetitive for you to watch. Unlike when I was growing up, I was watching RoboCop 1 over and over again. And there's not really a video game that came out for it. It's just so, I don't know. And another thing is that they actually show like a RoboCop versus Terminator style in that warehouse scene. So, and how is he going to relate as Robo Dad and Robo Husband? They don't know where the story is going to end up with about his family. Unlike the Prime Directives, they showed his son became a CEO or something like that for OCP. And he's against him. His mom, of course, aged and passed away. At least they have those explanations. But this was rushed to the heck. But I gotta say, Jose Padilla is a great director. I've seen The Elite Squad, the first film. Kama Vasita, La Película. If you speak Portuguese, he has that great accent when you hear him talk. But Jose Padilla is a great director. He's more known for doing police documentaries and also mockumentaries as well. But making a film like this, look at the CGI effect. It was just not good. So, and then fast forward now. Where is this legacy going on? But no. But in my next current review is gonna be again about RoboCop, the first film. There's gonna be the fifth part of my reviews on RoboCop. I'm gonna show you the different clarities of different versions of RoboCop. There's so many. Okay, the very first VHS that was released in 1989. 1989. Yeah, 1989 is the home video came out in 1989, packaged, and this is the original full frame version. I even have the first widescreen release on the VHS. This one's a little more different filtered. It's not like the 20th Century Fox edition. This one's it says digitally remastered. I even have the original image DVD, and we're gonna see different versions, even the 4K. And no joke, for some reason the DVDs of it is worth more than the Blu-ray that came out. I will explain that later on, because the Blu-ray, this version, you will find this in the Dollar Tree for 99 cents. So I bought a stack full of them too. What's going on? And there's also the trilogy. I gotta tell you, this trilogy, I really like this trilogy box set. I like the cover, but it had no special features. But I'll be talking a lot about that. Look at this. Just they just took out the package and put on the same DVD, and then look. You notice the packaging? And during that time, they didn't have the Shout Factory or anybody, you know, making a special edition of that RoboCop. So, yeah, but thank you guys for watching. Yes, tonight was Happy Halloween, and I just wanted to have a good time, and it was great. Thank you guys for watching, and you have a great evening, and
stay out of trouble.